Just a quick look at what's on my toy shelf now. Hi, I'm Mark, and this is Subliteral Network. I make art and comics, and thanks for watching. Remember to hit like and subscribe and to leave your feedback in the comments. I post art daily, 5 days a week, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and this is a roundup of that work in case you missed it, with a little more detailed description added. You can read my Una the Cave Bunny comics free at radiocomics.com, and please visit my Patreon page if you'd like to support my work. All these links are in my description and bio, and please watch till the end so you don't miss anything. This is part of some line work that I did for a color piece that I did for my patrons on my Patreon page. There's a full color wallpaper version of this with all the other characters. But this is the ink work for Helen Parr, Elastigirl, in her bathing suit, which, she's at the beach buying sunglasses and causing a stir and a big problem. The thing about when you're drawing superheroes out of their costumes in regular street clothes, there kind of has to be something that lets you know that that's who they are. And here's what I did. The classic mistake. In the finished version, she has on a bathing suit with like a black bottom and a red top and a gold belt, which is just kind of a reduced uniform, a reduced version of her superhero uniform. And it's dopey, but because who wouldn't immediately recognize the person? But I just did it anyway, just to make it clear that that's who it was. I used to make my living as a letterer in the comics, and in this panel you can see just a nice stack of the kind of lettering that I used to do by hand, which is something that's been kind of forgotten. Even though I and everyone else uses the digital fonts now, I still do like hand lettering, just because it's fun and interesting and kind of meditative to do. You're just drawing letters. You're responsible for nothing else, so you can really focus on stacking and composing and getting just a nice graphic look to the lettering that you're doing. But the most important part of this picture is that guy with the giant head. Now, in the Hulk comics, he has this villain called the Leader, who he's a guy with a giant gamma-grown brain, so his head is like really tall. But he also maintains that little vanity mustache, And I think it's just funny that a guy with a giant green head is so concerned with that neat little mustache. That's just so funny, and he just shows up a lot in the work that I do. I always have some leader type guy with a giant head and a little tiny mustache. So this is a panel from a story called The Treasure of the Delonces, which I drew for Ed Vick at Mo Press, and was written by Paulie Kidd. You could probably call it the closest thing to a romance story that I did. In fact, it was purely a romance and adventure story, and I really enjoyed the script and really enjoyed drawing everything in it. So by the end, I got pretty good at drawing couples in love embracing. Now, this line work was done by Sean Howell, who was a creator that I collaborated on a lot of stuff with. And there's a ton of his line work on a CD that he gave me. So this is one occasionally I'll color a piece from it, and so this is one of them. And I colored this one up in Sketchbook Pro. Sean, who rarely draws pants on girls, has drawn a big solid pair of pants on her, but to compensate for that, he completely eliminated her top. I'd like to take a second and thank those of you who are my new subscribers. I try to make my videos interesting and talk about the work to tell you something a little more about what's in there. And thank you again for subscribing. I really appreciate it.